In other news, ongoing medical services strike which is taking place for the whole day today across the state in Karnataka, as over 50,000 private doctors are on one-day strike. Karnataka chapter of the Indian Medical Association has called for the shutdown of all private hospitals, demanding that the state government should withdraw a proposed amendment that they've put in the Karnataka Private Medical Establishments Act. They say that this is anti-doctor, anti-medical practice because it seeks uniformity in rates, forced transparency and accountability. Proposed amendment does empower the government now to fix prices of various medical services, prescribing punishment, including imprisonment for doctors in case of irregularities in pricing. For this very aspect, the doctors are crying foul as far as imprisonment of doctors there are concerned. The strike will affect all private outpatient medical facilities in Karnataka from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Private hospitals in Karnataka that can handle nearly 70% of the outpatient cases. Times Network has spoken to India's premier cardiac surgeon, Devi Prasad Shetty. Here's what he said in explaining why the doctors are against this amendment.
Whenever there is a malpractice litigation, we are investigated by the Consumer Court, State Medical Council, Indian Medical Council, Civil Court, Criminal Court, and many other agencies. Our government in the state of Karnataka wants to come up with one more body to investigate any cases of malpractice litigation against us by creating a district grievance cell. This is not the tragedy. The tragedy is that for the first time in the history of this great country, we are not allowed to represent ourselves by a lawyer. Even terrorist Kasab was allowed to be represented by a lawyer by the government. This is not about a lawyer representing us. This is not about KPMA Act. This is about the future of our great profession. We need to defend our profession.
Well, the bill was introduced in June, and since then there have been two contentious issues what the doctors find is that which is going against them. One is the uniformity in prices in tests, which they feel that it's not fair to on their part. Number two, second is the punishment which they're stipulating for any person who is in case of negligence in cases. The doctors are saying, well, when already there is a consumer code and act is already there, why are they bringing a new set of laws on the doctors? And they are going to, they're saying that and that reason they are protesting today. All the OPDs, 50,000 doctors are not there on strike. All the OPDs are closed. They say they're going to take up the fight on November 5th. They're also going to one-day whole discussion on this. And if the bill is introduced for vote in November 14th in the winter session of the Assembly, they're looking for a headlong battle with the state government here.
Their contention is there should be uniformity in the rates. For example, from Bangalore to Bidar. See, how can you compare a place like Bidar to Bangalore? Bangalore is a metropolitan city. The cost of living, cost of the site, cost of everything is more. You cannot equate the rate. We have already displayed the rates of different procedure, and we give to the patient whenever he comes or she comes that this is the rate. And we explain to the patient this is the procedure we are going to do. When they agree only, we put them in. And the grievances cell. They want to introduce another grievances cell for the patients to complain against the hospital, which we are against.
This is to highlight the plight of the doctors. There are some concerns about the proposed bill, and we want to create awareness and highlight our plight, because if the bill is passed in toto, it will cause a significant disruption of us providing care. Our concerns are about a few issues in the bill. The first is this grievance redressal cell. See, we believe there are enough fora to address your grievances as of now for the patients. I'm sure the representatives of the various medical bodies, IMA, then FANA, AHPA might have been represented. I personally have not. So I'm sure there was some dialogue with that. And I think the dialogue should not end. The dialogue should continue. So I think we should try to find an amicable settlement to this.